Hi guys, thank you so much for watching the Indian Business Podcast. If you don't have the time to watch the entire episode, do subscribe to this Clips channel so that you can get the most important parts of the episode in less than 15 minutes. So this is so interesting. You came out of poverty, you were making decent money, not as compared to what you are right now, but during that time that was luxury.
Very decent luxury.
You had a very prestigious job. You're very happy at the job. You were learning a lot. You're working for 16 hours a day. To that extent, you loved your job. Then how did you decide to quit that job and become an entrepreneur?
Yes, they're very, very important. Not only I was earning, by that time I was married and my wife was working with State Bank of India and her salary was more than my salary.
Okay.
So salary-wise, two good salaries. And this question many people ask me. Generally, people, if they come to some level of comfort, they will realize, abhi risk nahi lena hai. How did you leave your job? There are two kinds of people. मैं कहाँ था, मैं कहाँ आया, risk नहीं लेना है. Another kind of man. मैं कहाँ था, मैं कहाँ आया, मैं कहाँ जा सकता हूँ.
Risk लेना है. So are you telling me you were just habitual to risk?
Thrill. The word risk was into my dictionary. Thrill. Anything you want to do for thrill, you need, it's a risk. Otherwise, if there is no risk involved, there is no thrill involved.
Sir, this doesn't make any sense to me.
Listen to me. If you have to achieve something, let us say there is only two balls left out and the bowler is bowling and you need only 6. You can't wait for the next last ball to hit the 6. You have to hit here, and that is courage, that is risk, and that is thrill.
Okay. How did your mother react to it?
My mother wasn't asked. By the time, my mother didn't have a control on what I do. See, there was not influencing what I do, because I at 37 when I took this decision, she was already 65, and she will feel that whatever my son does, he will know he is a visionary. But here, what did your wife say? What is very important.
That was my next question.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I had a wonderful wife. Not that I knew that she's wonderful before marriage. After marriage, we worked for 10 years as employees of government and bank. 2 children, wonderful mother-in-law, father-in-law. And because they were all nice to me, I could focus and do my degrees. So I would say, if somebody is dreaming a life, that was the best life. At that point of time, why did you take this risk is very, very important question. While doing PhD, I was doing a project, and that project in today's terms is an Atmanirbhar project.
Okay.
Where testing thyroid reagent were then imported from Europe.
Okay.
And the government of India felt, why not we make in India? And I was given that responsibility of a team and responsibility of indigenizing the resources.
Which means producing the reagents over here in India.
Locally.
Okay.
Within 3 years, we got breakthrough. What is imported is 150 rupees. And what is made locally is 30 rupees. Now, this is a breakthrough. And you were asking, why were you working from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m.? Obviously, maja aa raha tha, kuch na kuch bad raha hai, result aa raha hai, to kaun jaake soega? Results, once you see yourself becoming wiser, you see yourself becoming stronger, neend kahan se aayega? Nahi aayega. So that is how we made a breakthrough. And all my peers were busy in looking for increments, promotions, foreign trips, conferences. And I was thinking, my competitors are picking up raw material at 150, selling at 600 rupees.
Raw material they're picking up at 150
Yes.
and they're selling at 600.
600 rupees, because you have to have manpower, resources, floor cost, everything at profit at very fair price. Now, my raw material cost is only 30. I can afford to sell at 120.
Sir, help me explain this. This is when you were there in Bark, right? And after you left, you were able to source it at 30 rupees from Bark only.
I myself could make.
You could make
Yes.
by yourself.
Yes.
What is this reagent, sir? Can you give me a little bit of insight into
These
this?
reagents need some rabbits to immunize and raise antibodies, and radioactivity to be coupled with iodine. So these are all the experiments we have done. For that, you don't need any huge infrastructure. This big rooms is sufficient enough, and a small room to keep the rabbits. So I knew that I can create it. So I started doing the testing, competing with my competitors. And my competitors never expected I have this capability. And when I sold the services, market was paying 600 rupees and I was charging 300 rupees. So
this is for thyroid testing.
Thyroid testing.
Okay.
And my competitors felt, ये झूठ बोल रहा है, raw material 150 हो रहा है, तो 300 रुपया में कैसा पड़ेगा, ये आदमी नंगा वापस जाएगा. He looks like Jayalalitha's Benami. I wish I was Jayalalitha's Benami, so that by now I could have been the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. But then it was nothing but a technology which I had a control on. And of course, I did those technology-driven own manufacturing only for 4 years.
Sir, if I may ask over here, why couldn't your competitors source it from the institute where you actually indigenized it?
They were sourcing. But then the institution put its margin and it was selling in the marketplace.
Oh, so what was institution's margin?
See, I'll tell you what went wrong for my competitors. There are two different technologies. It's like one is एक जमाना में SIM card लगा के एयरटेल बेचता था. Reliance was what is CDMA. Am I right? That name?
Yeah.
CDMA. जिसमें SIM card नहीं होता है. Similarly, there were two technologies. What we created is a CDMA technology. What these guys were buying from Europe was a SIM card technology.
Okay.
They didn't believe in this. They felt that is superior.
Oh.
And I believed in this because I know it is as good as that.
So you worked on it. That is the reason why you knew it.
It was a fight between two technologies.
Okay.
It was a fight between Indian manufacturing and multinational manufacturing, which my competitors were not aware of. Within 3-4 years, they came to know I am successful because of this technology.
But by the time it was too late.
Listen to it, very interesting. These guys changed to my technology, because of which that European manufacturers become restless. And they came and offered me that technology at this cost, and I shifted to their technology.
Sorry, sir, I did not understand this.
That was costly. Costly was said to be better. This was cheaper. This was said to be bad. This is good. So everybody got convinced this is good. So they abandoned the costly and all came to the cheaper one.
They started selling your product then.
By that time, they told to the entire market that is a Brahmin technology. This is a Harijan technology. Velumani is selling Harijan technology. So all of them had to come to that technology. By that time, I went to the Brahmin technology, which was offered to me at a rate cheaper than this, because I had volume.
Oh,
ये खेल खतरनाक खेल है, किसी को नहीं समझ में आया. Siemens, which is the biggest multinational company in this domain, Siemens came to me because Siemens had a situation, grow or go.
Okay.
Because if I am successful, this technology is successful, all guys come to this technology, the technology with the Siemens selling will not work. Now they have to block me, and they purchased me to use their technology by giving that technology at cost cheaper than this. Automated. So this was something which was not planned. सच जीतता है, जीत गया.
Wow.
So this is something which I can't explain to everyone in a small quantum of time. But the truth is, I believed in my technology and I worked on it. Why did I migrate from there? This is another reason. Because I used it, because that is also reliable, because that is cheaper, my volume was growing. Now I have got 4,000 specimen each day, single largest player. Now this is manual, that is automated.
Oh.
Now if I have to grow from 4,000 to 20,000, manual is a block for me. So मैं चुपचाप निकल के वो टेक्नोलॉजी में पहुंच गया.
Sir, help me understand this manual and automated. So this is a reagent. Reagent as in it's a chemical, right? So there was chemical A and there's chemical B. Can you name these chemicals, sir?
Antibody, antigen.
Antibody and antigen. Antibody was yours.
Yes. Antigen also is the mine only.
Okay.
They have their own antigen antibody. I have my own antigen my antibody.
Okay. So yours was antibody, theirs was antigen.
No. This also requires A and B.
Okay.
They also require 2 reagent, that is C and D.
But the sourcing is different.
Yeah.
Methodology of production
It's
is
different.
different. Okay. So what do you mean by yours was manual and theirs was automated?
Yeah. See, wherever radioactivity is involved, you can't automate.
Okay.
Manually, you have to take and pipe it.
Okay.
So people have to sit and do manually.
Okay.
It is simple. Vada banata hai, to tawa rekna, you have to put the oil and you have to put the vada and you have to remove the vada. This is a manual. Automation means everything, once you put the batter somewhere, it gets packed somewhere else.
So you're talking about the testing?
Testing is automated.
Testing is automated.
Fully automated analyzer.
So Siemens offered you the technology for testing.
Technology and a better pricing also.
So Siemens would sell you both the reagent and the technology?
Yes.
Oh, now I'm able to understand this. In case A, you had the reagent, but then you had to do the testing manually. In situation B, initially Siemens was giving you the reagent and people were doing the testing by themselves. But in the third scenario, after you gave your reagent at a much cheaper rate, they came in and said, we will give it to you at an even cheaper rate and we will do the automated testing for you.
Absolutely.
Oh, now I'm able to understand.
So automation gives me scalability.
Yeah.
They had automation in their floor when there was no scale. And I was the first guy to get a scale. And if there is no scale, automation doesn't offer much advantages.
Hi guys, thank you so much for watching the Indian Business Podcast. If you find value in our work, please hit that subscribe button because for you, it might be a zero effort task. But for us, that subscriber count is an important instrument to get great guests to our podcast and to make this podcast better for you. So if you find value, please subscribe.